Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. My name is David. I'm a realtor with Florida Realty Investments, and I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. If you're interested in buying a home in the Villages and you're looking for a good deal, or if you're looking to sell a home and you're trying to maximize the amount that you can get for that home, please contact me. DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. 2 points I'd like to make. First, we get all of our information from the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service. It does not include any information from the Village's own internal listing service, the VLS. Second, we produce this show every Monday. Make sure you check the date and ensure that you're receiving the most recent information. So let's begin. As always, we start with total listings, which this week are down very slightly to 272 listings. They range in price from $140,000 to slightly under $2 million. And while we are down slightly in the number of listings over the last 2 weeks, that is to be expected over the holiday period. This table gives us a closer look at these listings grouped by price segment. What you can see here is that this week in the most active price range, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, there are 157 homes for sale. Last week there were 162. The week prior to that, 173. The week prior to that, 174. And the week prior to that, 166. This is the median listing price per square foot for all listings on the MLS currently this week, $268.39. We do seem to be holding steady. We were over 280 a square foot earlier in the year, but for the last several weeks, we've been under 270, and at least we're no longer dropping. Here we can take a look at how long these properties are remaining on the market. Of all the listings on the market currently, the median time on the market is 50 days. This is up very slightly from last week, and it's the highest we've seen this year. Here we can take a look at the number of homes entering the market as new listings and the number of homes leaving the market as pending. The blue bars are the new listings, which this week total 19, and the orange bars are the pending sales, which over the last 7 days numbered 16. This is a closer look at these new listings broken down by price segment. Over the last 7 days, there were 19 new listings ranging in price from $250,000 to $625,000. In the most active price segment, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, over the last 7 days, 9 new listings. Previous 7 days saw 8, previous 7, 15, previous 7, 19, and the 7 days prior to that, also 19. A closer look at these pending home sales, this time looking at price per square foot. All of these are median numbers, and for the last 7 days, the median price for the properties that went pending was $259.05 a square foot. We seem to be holding steady at around this price level. Another sign of how slow this market is, this is the median time on the market for the homes that went pending. 68 days, the median time, the highest we've seen by a long way this year. If we want to get a sense of how desperate sellers are, we can take a look at what the price change is on these pending home sales. This represents the median change from the original listing price for all homes that went pending over the last 7 days. Here we take a look at the properties that sold and closed over the last 7 days. There were 21 of these properties, ranging in price from $285,000 to just under $615,000. Looking at this graph, you can see that the number of sales does seem to be steadily declining, although the decline seems to have paused at least over the last couple of weeks. More detail on the properties that sold and closed over the last 7 days. In the most active price segment, once again, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, 19 homes closed. Previous 7 days saw 13. Prior to that, the 7-day period saw 16. Prior to that, 11. And the 7 days prior to that, 10. This is a look at the properties that sold and closed over the last 7 days from the perspective of dollars per square foot. $251 a square foot. The median price for properties closing over the last 7 days is encouraging that the decline in the price per square foot seems to have halted for the moment at least. This is perhaps the most concerning graph as it was last week. This shows us how long properties that closed over the last 7 days have been on the market. 51 days is the number. We were closer to 60 days last week. But even though this figure is less than last week, it's still up markedly from earlier in the year. And the last two items we look at are what percentage of listings have decreased their asking price from the original asking price. This week, almost 46% of all properties have reduced the asking price from the original listing price. Here we can see what that decrease is, and we seem to be holding steady around 4.5%. What this graph means is that of all listings on the MLS, the median is a current list price, which is 4.5% lower than the original listing price. So that completes this week's look at the Villages real estate market. I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year, and keep in mind that if you're interested in finding a good deal in the Villages as a buyer, please reach out to me. Or if you're a seller trying to maximize your return, similarly, reach out to me, and I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you. Happy New Year.